Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Rod Strikes checking in. And at this point, I know the reason why you're here. Should you or should you not purchase this game called NIOH 3? Trust me, at this point here, I have no other reason than to say yes, absolutely. Whether you're new to the series or a veteran who's been playing since about 10 years ago at this point inside of this franchise, Koei Tecmo has delivered with this game. And I would say that if this year wasn't as stacked as it's looking to be, this would be a contender for a lot of things. Maybe not game of the year, so to speak, but definitely in a lot of categories. And I think also, as far as actual hours put in, I'm probably gonna put the most hours in this year as far as a new title in this game compared to the others. Now, of course, we have other titles like Requiem, potentially GTA 6. I don't know if that's ever dropping at this point, but you know, all those other bigger titles that are gonna come out that of course will have a lot of fun. But as far as something that would draw me back in every single time to play it, NIOH 3 is gonna be the one. Main reason why is because this game here has so many different ways to play. Like, I'm sitting here right now, I'm looking back at some of the footage of what I've been doing thus far. Inside of the game, I actually have about 25 to 30 hours of total gameplay at this point. Did not get an early review copy like other people, but shout out to all those that did. But at this point here, even with the little bit of playtime that I have, I can easily see myself eclipsing 300 to 500 hours of gameplay with this game, just because every time I fight any enemy, go through certain areas, unlock new capabilities with all this different stuff, I just keep thinking about all the different ways that I could have done it better after discovering new styles and new just unlocked abilities throughout the game. So overall, it is a extremely fun-filled time from start to finish, from everything that I've been seeing thus far. And I would have to say, to all the people that are kind of saying like, oh, the game has changed up, the formula, it's doing things that are a little bit different, it doesn't look as polished as other things. Hey man, you have to really go into this game and just give it an opportunity to shine, and with an open mind. I think actually for me, one of my issues that I would have with the earlier Nioh games was the fact that it didn't have any opportunities for exploration, and what kind of held it back from actual other Souls-likes or the actual Souls games in their series is the fact that you couldn't really go through and see what other parts of the areas could be accessible and just kind of explore and do all different kind of things. Of course, there were still plenty of opportunities to dive deep into some of the levels that were preset, but a lot of them, especially in main story missions, were extremely linear. I played one area where I was in what was called like a ghost cave earlier, and I'm not gonna lie, like this was just an area that you just stumble across while going through some of the main storyline portions of the game. And although that would usually lead to more of a linear experience in this early portion of the actual campaign itself, no, I actually got lost in there. It was such a vast and open experience. And even when I went back and played through that area again in like a new submission that you unlock afterwards, it was still just as much fun. And even though I knew my way through the caverns at that point there was still a lot of new enemy variations and other things for me to enjoy while going through there. So at this point, all right, so of course, if you would actually like a full-on review, go ahead and just drop that in the comment section and let me know. And I can definitely get some full details in there for all of the people that are still on the fence. And if a quick review like this here, or quick update, I should say, is not enough to sell you on the game, then by far I have more gameplay footage. I can start to actually drop walkthroughs as well to let people kind of see exactly what to expect from the new experience that NIOH 3 will offer compared to NIOH 1 and 2 and other Souls-likes that are also out there on the market as well. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's video. Once again, NIOH 3, worthwhile experience in my opinion. And although it's not as difficult as its predecessors, trust me, this is a worthwhile experience for anybody who is, once again, new to the series or starting off with something fresh at this point here. A great introduction to everything that this game is, or this series has to offer, with a lot of throwbacks to previous games as well. So once again, my name is Rod Strikes. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content coverage of this game here and plenty more games to come in the near future, along with all other things that we'll be doing on this channel here, of course. And until then, y'all, stay tuned. Peace out.